Hi, today we're going to read about Woody Guthrie, another American songwriter and singer. He was born in Oklahoma in 1912 and he died in Queens, New York in 1967. He was very small for his age and he was made fun of at school. To keep classmates off his back, he entertained in the schoolyard each morning playing the harmonica and dancing jigs. So he figured out a strategy to get people to not tease him. Guthrie never did finish high school. Instead, after a series of tragedies had split up his family, he left Oklahoma at the age of 16 for the open road. For a time, Guthrie worked at a drugstore where the boss had a guitar. When there were no customers, he would sort of peck on it and try to learn how to play it. And he would recreate the songs that his mom had taught him. Country ballads, nonsense songs, lullabies. Ideas for new songs came from the street people, newspapers, and books that he'd read. A dusty little man with a guitar slung over his shoulder, Guthrie toured the country singing on radio shows, parties, at political rallies. He was a rambling man in the traveling troubadour tradition. He loved words and finding new ways to put them together. His father had played word games with him when he was growing up. He wrote songs on anything: napkins, paper bags, wide sheets of paper, and the extra wide typewriter of his friend Lee Hayes. Lee Hayes was from the singing group The Weavers. Guthrie has had periods of nonstop creativity. He wrote 26 songs in 1 month, including Roll On Columbia and Pastures of Plenty, while working in Oregon on a documentary film. Once someone asked him where he was from, and within minutes he was writing Oklahoma Hills, which became a country music standard. In California, he sang for Dust Bowl refugees, with whom he especially identified, "So long, it's been good to know you." That was about people who left Oklahoma and other states starting a new life after the dust storms that caused people to lose their jobs and their homes. And the land they couldn't till the land anymore. They couldn't grow anything on the land. Let's see, he wrote Union Made for 10 years, his most popular song, in support of the labor movement, and I Ain't Got No Home, with a reaction to a popular hymn called This World Is Not My Home, which he felt led people to accept poor treatment. Another song that made him mad was Irving Berlin's God Bless America, which struck him as unrealistic. So he wrote This Land Is Your Land, which is now considered an honorary national anthem. Woody Guthrie had a flat, dry voice and was only an average guitar player, but he had a way of performing that made people take notice. He was very funny, with a graceful Oklahoma drawl. One of his favorite ways of singing was the talking blues, a black art form which he excelled at. He wore blue jeans and shaved when he felt like it. On the road, he also bathed when he felt like it. One time, a friend picked him up and just plopped him in the bathtub. He smoked cigarettes constantly, and he was a walking suitcase, sometimes wearing 5 shirts at a time. Guthrie married 3 times. He had 8 children, restless and moody. He was on the road much of the time, and he thought money corrupted people, so he often gave his money away. He was hospitalized most of the last 15 years of his life. He had a progressive nerve disease, and he died when he was 55. The same year that he died, his 20-year-old son recorded Alice's Restaurant, the long talking blues that made Arlo Guthrie famous. And I remember that song. I think it was in the 60s. So there you have it. So when you sing This Land Is Your Land, you can remember Woody Guthrie.